Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this beautiful Tuesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, sports, and so much more. I'm your host, Glenora Shipura. Getting into the news tonight, acting CEO of the Walvis Bay Municipality, David Ushona, explains that earlier today at 8 a.m., the doors were closed to staff members of the municipality to deter the late coming of staff. Ushona explained that he sent an email to staff members 3 weeks ago that staff members should be at work before 8 a.m. and not arrived at 8 a.m. Deandra Mowesh was there and gave this report.
Okay. Colleagues, the exercise now this morning is just to restore some order when it comes to late arrivals at work. Because it has now become a trend or a norm, people to just come and they come relaxed as they wish, late. And I have already warned or informed the staff on the 7th that we should be in office 8 o'clock, not arriving 8 o'clock. And you will see today whether people are coming on time earlier or not. And because this is to prepare for the welcoming the arrival of our new CEO. I mean, the CEO cannot come in these offices with people arriving late as they wish and all those. So at least she should find a disciplined staff complement, at least when it comes to arrivals. So that's why today, 8 o'clock, we're going to lock all the gates, the doors, and I will then take you around to see which offices are open, which are closed. And mainly I will concentrate on the management, because the management have to exercise control over there. If they themselves are coming late, that's a big problem. We should lead by example. So yes, let's wait for 8 o'clock. The gates will be closed, locked, and then we'll see what will happen from there.
Presidential hopeful Job Amupanda has pledged to amend the Social Security Act to address what he describes as a maternity leave scam and to enhance maternity leave benefits if he and his party, Affirmative Repositioning, gain entry into Parliament and public office. Excuse me. In a viral social media post, Amupanda criticized the incumbent SWAPO government for its inadequate maternity leave benefits, accusing it of further oppressing women. He questioned the fairness of the current system, stating, "Consider how the corrupt regime punishes women for giving birth, despite the empty rhetoric about women's empowerment. The whole maternity leave structure is a scam. Why should a woman earning $30,000 Namibian see her salary cut by 50% to $15,000 Namibian? She, along with others, contributes to Social Security every month. Imagine if insurance companies only paid 50% after an accident or a death. Why can't a woman's full salary continue for 3 months? Politicians in the National Assembly take a 3-month break, similar to maternity leave, and receive their full salaries during that time. Why not workers? Amupanda also highlighted discrepancies in maternity leave policies, noting that employees at the Social Security Commission reportedly receive more favorable maternity leave benefits compared to ordinary workers. Section 9(1) of the Social Security Act states that maternity leave benefits shall be equal to 100% of the basic wage of the female employee concerned, up to a maximum amount of $15,000 per month, payable for a maximum of 12 weeks. Last year, Winnie Mongo, a member of Parliament of the Popular Democratic Movement, called on Parliament to interrogate the Act and address its shortcomings. The amount is not sufficient. Imagine a situation where a government employee has a housing bond, the employer covers the subsidy, and the employee will need to pay the difference for the 3 months. She is on maternity leave. Now, this payment has to come from the $15,000 Namibian from the Social Security payout. The employee is also obliged to pay government medical contribution, GIPF, Social Security contribution, and for most, their insurance policy. You can read more on this story in the Namibian Sun tomorrow. Getting into our next story, a new Afrobarometer report shows that only 15% of Namibians are members of a medical fund. This while 78% say that they worry a lot or somewhat about them or a family member falling ill and not having medical aid. The majority of those who do not have members of a medical aid fund, 74%, say they cannot afford it. Of the 15% who do have medical aid, almost half, or about half, 46%, are members of private medical aid schemes, while 28% belong to public medical aid and 20% are served by the National Health Cover. Almost two-thirds of Namibians, 64%, say that the government must ensure that all citizens have access to adequate health care, even if this means that taxes must be increased. Afrobarometer surveys are conducted among sample groups of 1,200 people over 18 who represent the demographics of a country. In Namibia, this group is provided by the Namibia Statistics Agency. The Namibian reports that Oshana Governor Elia Irimari says the region has seen a decrease in gender-based violence over the past year. He says crime in the region has decreased from 638 cases reported in the last financial year compared to 328 cases reported this year during the same period. Irimari said this during the State of the Region address held at Oshakati. I would like to implore the people to keep cooperating with the Anti-Corruption Commission and the Namibian police. Working together with the government's law enforcement authorities is our shared duty to successfully address gender-based violence, criminality, and corruption in the Oshana region, he said. Irimari highlighted that despite this, the police cluster in the region continues to undertake work to root out the scourge. This includes improving how the police and the community respond to GBV. He added that the region's security team has put a lot of effort into upholding law and order and managing the region's security situation. There was a slight decrease of the general trend in the crime of 0.74% from 12,576 cases reported during the 2022-2023 financial year compared to the 12,484 cases in the 2023-2024 financial year. Although crimes like robbery and theft under pretenses have been escalating during the year under review, we are proud that the men and women in uniform have been on task of apprehending criminals with the assistance of the community, he said. Moses Jene, a mixed settlement resident who was arrested 4 months after slapping SWAPO branch coordinator Bonifacius Munango during a party meeting, is pleading not guilty to the assault charge. He has been granted bail of $500 million, and his case has been postponed to October 17th, 2024. We take a look at our story of the day.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Getting into our story of the day, Herbert Yoch of the Economic and Social Justice Trust says Heroes Day was chosen to hold big marches nationwide because it celebrates the heroes of political independence. But for many Namibians, economic independence remains a dream. Irene Marie van der Walt was there and gave this report.
And young people have taken it on themselves to push for that one. And one component, just one, but an important one of the struggle is to have a guaranteed basic income for all that can be derived from this country's huge natural resources that are currently in the hands of foreign corporations and the small elite. And so we thank you very much for engaging with us and engaging with young people, that we find a solution and that we win the economic liberation struggle in the same way that we won the political liberation struggle 35 years ago. Thank you very much for coming. Congratulations to our organizers, the young people who've done that on their own without resources, driven by sheer dedication. And you've set an example. You are heroes and heroines in your own right for taking up these issues. Others will follow what you've done, and our numbers will grow, as we probably see today in the other cities. Thank you all, also to the media, for coming and covering the event. We really appreciate it, and we had some shocking statistics just now in the papers. The one day 800 people die of malnutrition in Omaheke. The next day 700 million spent to bail out meat corp.
Still on the basic income grant marches, after the break we take a look at how that went in the coast. Getting into our community talk, Quincy Garissus tells us more about the march, about the basic income grant, which was supposed to take place in Walvis Bay yesterday. The big coalition is asking for a basic income grant of $500 Namibian. The march was called off due to only 15 people pitching at the Walvis Bay march. Let's take a look.
We are the Universal Basic Income Grant Coalition of Namibia. We are here in Irongo region. We are having a march to end poverty. So basically what BIG is about is we are campaigning so that every Namibian citizen from the age of 0 to 59 gets a grant of $500 per month per person in a household, and not only one person in a household. So we are currently here gathering at Simon in Walvis Bay in town. We are marching to the town municipality where we will read the petitions. Unfortunately, Benita Ibamba could not join us here, and she could not come and receive the open letter that we had provided her, and also the petitions.
Why did you choose Heroes Day?
It's intentional, you know, because we have currently our leaders celebrating Heroes Day, eating, having fun, laughing, dancing, while people are here suffering, not having any bread to eat, while people are here living in poverty, while poverty is increasing as the days pass, while people are spending tons amount of money just to make parties to celebrate Heroes Day. And we all know that our forefathers did not die and bleed for us to live in poverty. As we say, poverty is the modern day slavery. Who wants to live in slavery when we have independence, right? So yes, it's very intentional that we chose Heroes Day, because we want to let our leaders know that our forefathers did not leave the country to us for us to live in such harsh conditions. We know that poverty is a harsh reality for many Namibians. Despite our nation's wealth in natural resources and the indomitable spirit of our people, the economic divide has widened, and we struggle daily to meet our basic needs, and are also confronted without decent roofs over our heads, clean water and sanitation, and decent salaries. A basic income grant has the potential to provide immediate relief. It can ensure that every Namibian, regardless of their circumstances, has the means to access food, health care, and education. This is not merely a financial handout, as some people might say. This is not to make other people lazy, but it is a pathway to dignity and self-sufficiency. Moreover, the COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated existing challenges, pushing more families into poverty and unemployment. Many have lost their jobs or livelihoods, and this crisis highlights the urgent need for a safety net.
According to Economic News, Savannah Beef launches $6.5 million private placement. We expand on this after the break.
E-Ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. contact events@nhmh.com.na.
Getting into our economic news, Savannah Beef Processors Limited has launched its fourth private placement, offering the remaining $6.5 million of its share capital to producers. This final phase aims to increase producer ownership in the company from 96.8% to 100%. Savannah chairperson Mickey Schneider said shares will be sold in batches of $4,000 for each preferential slaughter cattle. He encouraged producers to take advantage of the opportunity to purchase additional shares. These shares are to be sold in batches of $4,000 for each preferential slaughter of cattle. We encourage you to take up this opportunity to buy additional shares, as preferential slaughter rights will have a dominant influence on quota allocations. Over-the-counter trading of shares will be implemented soon, he said. The company has made substantial progress over the past year, securing a funding of approximately $420 million, excluding VAT, for the construction and commissioning of the beef processing plant. The project is financed in part by a construction loan, a long-term loan of $150 million from an industrial development corporation. Additionally, $85 million of the funding comes from a finance lease for the cooling facilities, while the remaining financing comes from a combination of producer share capital and investment by two major private equity firms. Schneider further explained that Savannah Beef has also established a subsidiary, Savannah Beef Operations Limited, to manage the day-to-day operations of the plant. Let's now take a look at our financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.44, against the euro at 19.81, against the US dollar at 17.75. 2 Namibian dollars and 49 cents gets you 1 Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, gold, platinum and Brent crude oil went down, while copper went up. Brent crude oil trading at 1.37%, going for $79 and 92 cents per barrel. In international news, doctors strike in Nigeria over kidnapped colleague. We get into this after the break.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Getting into our international news, doctors in Nigerian public hospitals have started a 7-day nationwide strike to demand the release of their colleague, Dr. Ganyat Popola, who has been held by kidnappers for 8 months. The mother of 5 was taken from her home in the middle of the night on the 27th of December alongside her husband and a nephew. Her husband was released in March after a ransom was reportedly paid, but the kidnappers held onto the ophthalmologist and her relative. The doctors say they will not even provide emergency care during the strike. They feel that the security agencies are not doing enough to secure Dr. Popola's freedom. President of the Doctors Association, Dr. Pele Abdullahi, told the BBC, "It's been 8 months of agony for her family and her colleagues. The life of doctors should matter to Nigerians," adding that if nothing changes, they would declare an indefinite strike. Her colleague, Dr. Ibrahim Mohamed Oponaki, said doctors were demoralized and terrified. In a country where medical workers are leaving, those that have chosen to stay should be protected. Experts say the hospital's location on the outskirts of Kaduna City makes it an easy target for kidnappers. Her home was within the vicinity of the hospital. In 2021, dozens of students were taken from the nearby college of forestry. Dr. Popola's kidnappers are asking for $25,000 for their freedom. Although a controversial law criminalizing ransom payment came into effect in 2022, they are still often paid by relatives desperate to free their loved ones. The law carries a jail sentence of at least 15 years for anyone who pays a ransom. Although no one has yet been convicted, the government has yet to comment on the strike or the doctor's situation. We now take a look at our weather predictions. The capital city can expect a minimum of 11 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius with sunny weather conditions, while Katima Mulilo can expect a minimum of 17 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 37 degrees Celsius with sunny weather conditions. Oshakati can expect a minimum of 15 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 34 degrees Celsius. Handys Bay can expect a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 16 degrees Celsius with sunny weather conditions, while Oranjemund can expect partly cloudy conditions with a minimum of 9 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 15 degrees Celsius. On the other side of the break, Sports Rep will be bringing us the latest in the world of sports.
Good evening and welcome to the Sunset News Sports section brought to you by Sport Rep. I'm your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, and we start off, that is, from the coast. Beach soccer was the center of attention there. The Soccer Moon Beach Soccer Tournament took place over the weekend and drew large crowds of spectators and participants over the two-day event. The tournament, which took place at the Swakopmund Platamia Beach area from 24 to 26 August, was indeed a success and attracted a number of spectators that came with a passion for beach soccer. Our Swakopmund team has these videos for us.
Okay, you can start. I'm Zanata Coleman. I just played for the beach football that was just finished now, and I was playing for the Set Foxes, a female team from Barbos Bay. They are playing in the Eronko League, so I think they have talent, and I was blessed and grateful, to be able to play with them, because they also inspire me as much as I inspire them.
Okay, how do you feel about taking this win home? Seeing that you guys were actually the first to play female beach soccer in Namibia.
I think it's a great history, especially for the young ones. They were looking forward to it, and I think it's a they can go home, with happy faces, and go and tell their parents and everyone that it was a great tournament.
Okay, is there a message that you would like to give to your team for how they played today?
Yeah, they should definitely keep it up, because with discipline you can always achieve whatever you want in life. So they must just keep up and work towards their dreams.
Yeah, you can start.
My name is Quincy Sumabep. I played for Tubola Donskan.
Okay, so how do you feel about you guys getting this win for the beach soccer, the first ever beach soccer?
It's an overall feeling. It was a great part of this competition, and according to how we played, and then the enthusiasm about our players, it shows great excitement, and we are very happy that we actually won.
Okay, yeah. And was it your first time playing beach soccer?
Yeah, no, this was the first that was actually held, and the first time that we played this tournament, and we hope to see more of this. Yeah, because it brings a lot of people together, and then it's great fun.
Okay, yeah. What was the most challenging thing about the game?
The running up and down. It's very tiring. It's totally different from normal grass soccer, but then it's great excitement, like I said, and then but then you guys have to work together to win each game.
Okay. Yeah. Is there a message that you would like to give to your team?
Yeah.
And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Do make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, 1up2.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25, Monday to Thursday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am Glenora Shipura. This has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.